sooner or later, you have to accept what is in order to do what can be. It's great to dream and fantasize. Relax on your couch and imagine yourself in some tropical destination. It's very meditative, cathartic. That's great. But in order for progress to begin in a tangible way, internal and external, you have to know what you're working with. Fantasizing about some other life, some other situation, some other childhood that doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't give you any ground. It's like going into your kitchen and planning to make something for dinner when you don't have the recipes in your pantry or your refrigerator or your cupboards or anywhere in your house for what you intend on making. You can go ahead and attempt the recipe, but it's not going to turn out like it's supposed to because you don't have the right ingredients. That's just not what it is. In order to make change, you have to know what you're working with. In order to make an end product, you have to know what you're working with. Good, bad, indifferent, in its totality, without judgment or shame. It is what it is. It has been what it has been. You are where you are, right here, right now. Your life is, and you are what it is. It is what it is. There's no shame in that. There's no guilt in that. You should be able to have a capacity to craft the skills to objectively and clearly look at yourself, your life, your relationships, your position, your condition, in as clear and unobstructive view as possible. That it is what it is, what it is, what it is. Because it is. And you can't go in your kitchen and cook up something fabulous with what you have. Or know what to go out to the store, go into the grand world and seek after that you do not have yet. Unless you know what you have. You have to know what you're starting with. Whoop! Oh well. There was another life that I might have had. But I'm having this one. Sometimes it's fun to play a game in our head and dream these fantastical things and indulge in video games and watch epic movies and pretend that we're someone and somewhere else and not in whatever situation, condition, good, bad, indifferent, that we are in. Fantasy can be a useful tool for relieving stress and having fun and vacation. Mental vacation, it's good for us. But no progress can be had in reality of our life and ourself and our character if we are self-delusionary. It's okay to fantasize. It's okay to play. It's okay to get engrossed in action, adventure, movies, TV, and have heroes and mentors and Get excited, be a sports fan, and whatever your thing is, and envelop in that world for an outlet, for enjoyment, for inspiration, for stress relief, for fantasy and fun. But it's different when it comes to us. Coulda, woulda, shoulda gets you nowhere. Thinking if only I made a different choice here, there, or wherever, I wouldn't be right here. Well, you didn't. That's not how things played out. If this hadn't happened to me, if they hadn't done this to me, if this hadn't gone this way, if I hadn't got this condition, my life would not be what it is right now. If my parents hadn't passed when I was young, if I wasn't abused, if I didn't develop schizophrenia, my life would not be where it is right now. Shoulda, woulda, coulda won't get you anywhere. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. Your life, yourself, your person, your situation is what it is, what it is, what it is. If then when in some other dimension in string theory and quantum physics, maybe there's another you leading a completely alternate version of your life. But that's not you. That's not here, that's not now. And questioning and second guessing and fooling yourself that your situation is better than it actually is such as if you're in an abusive and toxic relationship, that it's fine. Or that you're more okay than you are when you really need help and you're in over your head. Or that you're less than you are. That you're incapable, incompetent, weak, and small. That you have no potential. Self-derision, self-delusion, failing to notice the total picture of your life and all its good and bad, yourself and all your good and bad. I hate to even use the word good and bad, positives and negatives, because good and bad is really kind of a qualitative term that I don't like to label. Things that are assets or things that are detriments, things that are helpful or things that are hurtful in yourself and in your environment, in your behaviors, your mindset, your character, your habits, things that you want more of, things that you want less of, things that you are and things that you aren't. Be authentic with yourself. When it comes to addressing your own life and addressing yourself, try to develop the skills to be authentic with yourself. Because as I gave the example with the kitchen and making dinner, you may in fact have the potential to cook up 5-star restaurant quality dinner. But only if you know what's in there. If you don't really know what's in there, what you possess realistically, and what you need to go out and acquire, what skills, tools, capacities you need to grow in and gather in yourself and cultivate and improve and add. Even if you have the potential to make that 5-star dinner, it's going to turn out a burnt, sloppy mess. Because you're not going about it correctly, because you're not seeing yourself and your world correctly. You're either downgrading, upgrading through defensiveness, defending things that are indefensible, like toxic people that are abusing you, guilting and shaming and regretting things that are beyond your control, like a mental illness. It is your life, and we get just one of them. Just one of them. Don't long for the quantum theory, string theory, parallel universe version of you and your situation. Embrace and love the totality of your situation as it is. And all the aspects, good and bad, that got you to where you are right now. So that when you start to go to where you want to go to, you have the capability to go there. Grow there. Improve there. Add there. Subtract here. And become more of yourself in the way that you want to be. Love and embrace your situation. Love and embrace yourself. Accept reality for what it is. Stop resisting what is. Your life is what it is, what it is. You are who you are, who you are. I could have had some other life. But I got this one. And it's the only one I'm going to get. So I better make the best use of it possible. And try to embrace and appreciate as much of it as possible. And the only way I can do it is to accept it in its totality, as clearly as possible. Because it is what it is, what it is, what it is. Until I somehow move the pieces around in here, and around here, and make it slightly different. There was another life that I might have had, but I'm having this one. You're having this one. Circumstances within and without our control have led us to this very moment and all that constitutes us and our life as it truly, objectively is, in all its facets. And your future can go a million different ways. You determine that on a daily basis. Not all things are within our control, of course. There'll be a lot of things that happen beyond your control. But you still get a certain level of pick a path in this thing we call our life. And your ability to pick your path is made a lot clearer the more objectively you can see your reality and accept it. And appreciate it because it is yours. Your one and only unique life. Good morning, goodbye.